Hello viewer, welcome to Easy Explanatory Solution. My name is Eso Ajala. I'll be glad to take you on the basics of database management system and how to create database and the element in database. Don't worry, from my experience, I know that people are usually afraid of database. I'm going to take you right from the foundation and I'll build on it systematically in such a way that you will get it. You will get it. Don't worry. So I'll be using Microsoft Access to do this. That's an example of database management system software. Okay, so you open Microsoft Access and then you click on the blank database. So I have this. Then the next step is to click on create. But before you create, ensure you consciously save your database. So I can go to the folder that I want to use to save it. So I click on the folder. Then I browse to where I want to save it. Let's say on desktop. Then I call it example database. I call it example database. Then I click on OK. And I click on create, because you may be working and then you have a problem. Maybe your software crashes, as the case may be, and you need to continue with your work. So once you have saved it, you can easily locate your work and then you continue. So I click on create. So it's creating the database. Now in Microsoft Access, they like using create a lot. One of the menus here is talking about create, where we create different things. Maybe according to the Holy Bible, in the beginning, God created. So whatever you want to form here, you go to create. So we'll be creating a lot of things, as the case may be. Okay, so this is a blank database, a tabula rasa. There's nothing in this database apart from this default table. I'm using Office 365. So if you don't see this table here, just come to create and then you click on table and then we'll start from the same page. But I have this default table here. So that's the number one element in a database. Every database must contain at least a table. When a database contains a single table, that is called a flat file database. And when it has more than two tables that are linked together, we'll call it relational database. So we'll start from this flat file database with only one table. Now, when you come to Microsoft Access, there are different views depending on what you are creating. So we want to create a table. If you click on view here, you can see data sheet view. That will give you like a set of rows and columns that looks like a spreadsheet software like Microsoft Excel. And then we have design view. Design view that's where you do all, you had everything you need in your database, like your field names, the field types. You set validation, you set some there are other settings. Basically, this is where we do the settings for our table. So I'm going to click on design view. So it's asking me, Eso Ajala, what is the name of this table you want to create? You can use your own name, or I call this sample table. Sample table. So that's the name of my first table. I click on OK. Now I am in design view. Design view by default, I'm giving this field called ID with data type auto number. And when you have auto number, that means the number will be generated automatically, and then one will not be similar. It will not be the same thing with the other. The numbers will be unique. And if you have a key here, you can see there is a key here showing that this field is a primary key. A primary key is a field that uniquely identifies a record. That means two records cannot have the same field. For example, if you're a student, your admission number, two students cannot have the same admission numbers. That could be a primary key. So, but I don't need a primary key. So I just come to this where I have the key. I right click and then I say delete rows. Do I want to delete? Yes. So I don't need it. So I have this. So I need some fields according to the material I'm using called title field. Let me type their names first. Title field, then I have the first name. When you are typing the name of your field, it's a good practice to start the field names with capital letters for each of the fields. I mean, each of the letters, each of the words there. Surname, then I have date of birth. Okay, let me leave that off like that. Date of birth will be starting with a capital letter. Then um, what what is your marital status? What is your marital status? Question mark. Okay, so those are the field names. I've just set the field names. So I've set the field names. I need to set the field types. Okay, so first name, there are many, so the data types. There are different data types here depending on the field name. The title can be a Mr., a Miss, or Mrs. So these are just text. In Microsoft Access, we have short text and long text, depending on how long what you are going to write. Miss, that's 4-letter word. Mrs. 3, Mr. 2. So I go with short text, which can contain about 255 size, and that's enough. First name, short text is also alright. You can use long text, maybe where they are going to write essay, more than 400 words. But what we need here, we just need for short text. So surname is also text. Date of birth is not, there is a specific data type for date of birth called date/time. You pick that. Then what is your marital status? Now for the textbook I'm using, you can have one of these three marital status: married, single, or divorced. Okay, so that is more than two options. When you have more than two options, we use Lookup Wizard. So the field is going to look up to the values that I'm going to supply, and it's going to create automatically a drop down menu. So I'm going to do that. Assuming we have like one or two options, like okay, like yes or no, true or false, a boy or a girl. You have anything like that, you use yes or no. We call that a Boolean data type. I'll be using this lookup wizard for this multiple choice data time, as the case may be. So I click on lookup wizard for what is your marital status. Lookup wizard. Then the wizard is coming up automatically to guide me on what to do. So I don't need to bother my head. Okay, well, what do you want to do, Eswajala? I will type in the values that I want. Okay, I'm going to select this because I'm going to type in the values that I want. Okay, I say next. So it's offering me where to type my value. What the first value I'm typing? I said married. Okay, then the second one, once I click here, then I say what? Single. So the second one, then I have the third one. So this will be the items in my drop down menu. And then I say divorced. Okay, then you say next. Is guiding you. What's your marital status? Limit to list. Limit to list means they can only pick from what I've listed. You cannot add your own. So this is a form of validation in such a way that the computer will restrict people from entering wrong values. So I pick on limit to list, and I just need only one. You can't select more than one. You just have to select only one. So it's not a checkbox. It's just like a drop down list where you just pick one. So limit to list, leave this blank. Then I say finish. Okay. Now when you do that, I've observed and students get worried. But this guy is still showing a short test. What did I do? It's not working. No, just calm down. It's working. You know, whether you say married, single, everything is still text, but this is a special text that is being looked up for me. Lookup Wizard. So if you want to see what you have done, your beautiful work, while you select this data type here, you click on Lookup here, and then you can see your role source. That means what you have typed. So you're going to look up at these values. Okay? So don't be afraid. It is working. All right? Okay. Another way to test is come to the view again. Before you do that, good practice. Right click on this sample table, then click on Save. So come to the view again, data sheet view. Let's see the way it is. So if you come here, okay, you can expand this. You come here, you can see your lookup values there. Okay, so it shows that it is working. All right, so it shows that it is working. Thank you very much. So let's go back to the design view. Design view. Okay, so we're back to design view, and then we can set some other properties. You can, apart from the data types, if you come here, you see field properties. So these are fields. We have the properties here, general properties. You can set the field size. That means like how many characters do you want that field to be able to take. So title, you can leave it as 255, or title, maybe we say 20, because we've not been to some other countries maybe where they have a lot of titles. As a case may be, first name, the field type, first name. Your name shouldn't be more than 50 characters. If you have a name that is more than that, please let us know so that I can adjust it for you. Mine is just my 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 last name is just 5 characters. So I don't know yours, but you can set that. Good practice for this date and time. Okay, we have the formats. The format, so which I will still leave for now, whether it's long dates, like DD forward slash MN forward slash YYYY, as the case may be. So what I'm trying to say is that you can set some other field properties there. Okay, so that is how to set up a database. So we have set up this database. We started by opening Microsoft Access. We clicked on blank database, gave our database a name, then we name our table. We went to design view, then we type in the field names, and then we chose the field type. And then what is your marital status? We have one of 3 options to choose, so we'll use Lookup Wizard for that, and then we'll type that in, and then we'll set our field properties. And that is the end of setting up a database using a single table as a flat file database. If you have any question, please drop your question in the comments section, and I'm sure you'll gain maximally. Join me in the next video to see the next tutorial. Thank you very much. Esra Jala is my name, from Nigeria. Bye.